One of the ways the district measures what's happening throughout the Edwards Aquifer is by monitoring 40+ wells in Hays and Travis counties. Hydrogeologist Technician Justin Camp is on a data finding mission. He routinely monitors dozens of wells throughout Hays and Travis counties.
So the district has a observation monitor well network of about 40+ wells throughout Hays and Travis County. The well we're at now is an Edwards well, and at this particular well there is a probe within this well. This probe here is taking measurements of temperature, of pressure, and calculating that into a water level and taking measurements about every other hour. We can actually come to these sites, download the data from these probes, and be able to understand what trends are happening throughout the aquifer. To maintain and check that these probes are doing their job, I take what I like to call an E-line. This electric tape, I will send down the well the same way that I send down the probe, and this sensor here, actually when it touches the water surface, beeps at me, and it's, as you can see, graduated. And by this, we can tell where the water table is. And it's just a double check to make sure that the probe is taking the measurements correctly. And it's how we calibrate the instrumentation to get the best possible data. You can see water levels are a little deeper than they normally are, as we are in a stage 2 drought. So right now, from where we're standing, water level is at this (262.1) below ground surface.
Once the probe is plugged into the computer, a program will download the data and transfer it into a format where the district can look at the trends since our last visit. A very important well in South Austin is the Lovelady well. This is one of 2 drought trigger sites in the district. The other is Barton Springs. Levels in the Lovelady well and Barton Springs determine which stage of drought we are in.
The Lovelady well, right now I'm taking a water level tape down measurement and to see where exactly the water table is. And in doing so, we can find out how low or high water levels are. And the equipment that you see inside the well and around the well is operated by the USGS, sending those measurements into real time on the internet where we can see them and track them to make drought decisions. So right there we just got a water level measurement, and water level from where we're standing is about 190.35 feet below our feet. Once a certain water level is reached, we can make decisions on where in particular drought we might be. That 190 to us means that we are below the stage 2 drought trigger. So right now we are in stage 2 drought.